All right. Welcome to Chicago, and it does not look good. Okay. Weather's kind of rough right now, but I'm going to go ahead and get us started here. Right. Battery guard down. IRS is to nav. Position light on steady. Collision wing wheel well light is on and logo light is on. Drop this battery guard. APU start on the 737-800 takes 1 3-second hold. Wait for the check the oil light, and then you're going to kick it again. And we also are going to put on the APU bleed, and hydraulic pumps are on. And I'm going to go ahead and put some window heat on because this weather is kind of not good. If you see here, we have APU bus available.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure.
Okay.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Okay. Let's go ahead and turn that up. Give us some panel lights. Weather looks awful here. Initiate IRS position, GPS left or right, and just click that. Okay, so my previous flight was from LAX to Phoenix, and it has been my decision that not having traffic global was boring, and I didn't like it. Did not like it at all. So final determination is first of all, I reloaded traffic global. By the way, we're going to look at our departure here real quick. So we're going to be departing on runway 22 left. And it looks like we don't have a SID for this. We don't. I don't really have a departure, a particular departure available. None. Okay. So I'm gonna move CM Sky up to here and take that discontinuity out. We're gonna go to fuel and weight balance. Our airside services, and let's load our airside services. This is a Nimbus KORD airport, Chicago O'Hare International. Nimbus custom scenery. It looks really good. We're going to be flying into a custom scenery Atlanta airport, but it looks really good. The weather is real-time weather for Chicago, so it must be raining in Chicago. And honestly, this weather looks, the clouds, the formations look what I call believable. because the keyword is believable. You want it, and it really pops. It really, the scenery looks great. Where is downtown? I'm scouting around for downtown Chicago. That looks great. Man, that looks wonderful. Is that out in the distance, super tall? Is that downtown Chicago? Why don't we go see? It might be. The landmark I'm looking for is the Sears building. Figured if I could find the Sears building, I can find just about anything. Trying to make this travel faster, but it won't. I'm about to hit the zoom. There we go. So that is downtown Chicago. Okay, so this is KORD. Pretty extensive scenery that they put on this, but I don't know. That still looks pretty good, but I mean, they do. They put. I think the download after being unzipped is about 3.6 gigs, but still, I don't know. Jury's out. I'm not sure if I like it or not. QNH, by the way, is 3001 currently. And we're gonna drop our no smoking light to on, so it'll load passengers. And can I go in there? That's a trademark of Nimbus, that you can go inside of the terminal and, not super detailed, but I think that looks pretty good. I think it does. I like it. Okay. Weather's kind of clearing up a little bit.
Got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Okay, we're now going to put our performance numbers in. Pulling that up now. So our reserves are 7.6 on this flight, 7.6. And then we'll load from there. Takeoff. Give me a second, I'm pulling up my takeoff numbers. Wow. Flight plan. It's just they buried it in the bottom of the flight plan, what I need. It's not always like that. There we go. Okay. We're going to go out on a flaps 5 with a center of gravity, takeoff center of gravity of 27.7. Next page. Our runway winds are from 203 at 5. And our flex temp is 49. Back one page. And if you see here where it says no V-speed, when I load these V-speeds here, I'm going to click here. That loads 138 for V1. Wow, bam. The minute you do that on V rotate, it takes that away. And then so 138, 140, and 144. In the Mach section, we're going to put 144 right here. And I'm going to call up, say, Intentions. And they're going to be our ATC. I'm going to hit, didn't mean to do that. Okay, now. Brian, you're in charge of all comms on this flight Delta 326.
I'll take over the comms from here, Steve.
Would you please request our IFR clearance?
Requesting IFR clearance now.
Chicago clearance, Delta 326, requesting our IFR clearance with information Sierra.
Give me 1 second for that clearance. Delta 326, cleared to Atlanta. Radar vector CM sky. Then is filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 36010 minutes after departure. Departure on 133.62, 5 squawk 2734. Expect runway 22 left.
Chicago clearance, Delta 326, cleared to Atlanta. Radar vector CM sky, then is filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 360 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 133.625. Squawk 2734. Expect runway 22 left.
Delta 326, read back correct.
Boarding has started. First passengers are aboard the plane. Ladies and gentlemen, aboard welcome. Aboard Delta Airlines Flight 326, flying from Chicago to Atlanta. We're thrilled to have you with us today. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to any member of our friendly group. We're here to make your journey as enjoyable as possible. Thank you for flying with us today.
Clearance United 219, requesting IFR clearance to Indianapolis. I'll have your clearance in just a second.
All right.
Radar vector turned, then is filed. Climb maintain 4,000. Expect 190, 10 minutes after departure. 133.625, squawk 2444, runway 27 to center. United 219.
All right.
Citation 9, Romeo Bravo, read back correct.
So, just for a recap, what we're working with. This is a Delta flight, virtual airlines flight. We are flying from Chicago to Atlanta. We are using Say Intentions for our ATC. Also, I tried a flight without Traffic Global. So I tried to make a flight work from LA to Phoenix without Traffic Global, and quite frankly, it turned the airport into a ghost town. So if I'm not on VATSIM and I'm not using Traffic Global, it's so non-immersive. So I'm running XPlane 12.3. I went ahead and went back and loaded Traffic Global. Now I understand there's an update out that maybe helps it not to hiccup on the loading of weather, but as it stands now, it seems to be working fine. It's loading, and so now that brings us to that we're at a custom Nimbus airport, and everything looks like it's working the way it should. So we'll see how this flight goes. Right, so our passengers are loaded. We're seatbelt signs on now, and we're ready to get a push and start. Brian, can you get pushback and start clearance from the clearance delivery?
Requesting pushback now.
Chicago ground Delta 326 requesting pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Was that a pretty nonchalant pushback and start he just gave us? It's kind of weird.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Not sure what was up with that.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
I don't see a lot of Delta liveries here, Delta airline planes. A lot of American Airlines.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all fault. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of the aircraft. Kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle.
Okay,
and if you are a Cougar
ground
flyer,
1.
Thank you so much.
Ground 2.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta.
Delta. Delta.
Delta Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority,
and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt.
Operation complete.
To
Go ahead and
release,
set the
push the
parking
metal
brake.
tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air.
Stand by.
In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping,
Brian,
the
you
use
can get
of
our taxi
e-cigarettes or
clearance.
any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight.
Requesting
Federal
taxi
law
clearance
prohibits
now.
tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
Chicago ground, Delta
There are 8
326, ready to
exits on
taxi.
this
We have
plane.
Sierra.
8 doors, 4 on
Right.
each side.
Probes
Each door has
on.
a detachable slide
Delta
that can be used as
326,
a ramp.
runway 22 left,
In the
taxi
event of
via
an
uniform,
evacuation,
uniform 6,
leave all
Quebec,
bags
Bravo,
behind.
Lima, Lima,
Carry-on
November.
baggage
Pax
will
Auto.
Tower is
evacuation.
disconnected and bypass
All
lane has been
exits are
removed.
clearly marked
Passing
with
on
the
the
green
right.
exit
We'll see you next
symbol.
time.
Look at the
Safe
nearest
flight.
exits and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of
Position
oxygen.
the
Remove any
strobe.
face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your
Yaw
head and
damper
adjust
on.
the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
Flaps 5.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case. Life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lap children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Now, let's talk about safety, shall we? Please pay close attention to this important safety briefing. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the
I took a wrong turn just now.
To unfasten.
I'll fix it here.
Lift the buckle. Make sure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap at all times when seated. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the compartment above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen.
I need to be on uniform. This is uniform here.
Securing it with the elastic band.
right.
Going into the tubes. In the event of an evacuation, please leave your luggage on board. Your safety is our priority. We have emergency exits located at the front, middle, and rear of the aircraft. Please take a moment to locate your nearest exit, which may be behind you. Thank you for your attention, and please enjoy our complimentary Biscoff cookies, goldfish crackers, or almonds, along with Coca-Cola beverages and Starbucks coffee. Snack boxes are available for purchase. And remember, all transactions are cashless. Oh, and after our meal service, I'll be coming around with some delightful items from the Delta shop. Now, I'll let the captain know that the cabin is ready for departure.
I'm having some taxi issues here. I'll be alright, but okay. Now I need to make a right turn. Make sure I am on the right way. I need to be making a left turn. Okay, now I think we're lined up. Earlier it was not lined up correctly with the taxiways. Like when I was going, my map was off a lot, not a little, a lot. So I think I'm okay now. I was very turned around. Yes, that was ridiculous, but that was me. It's me. So we're going the right way now. We're taxiing to 22 left. I've got a head-on coming here. I'm gonna move to the right. Is that aircraft coming my way? Let's see. I guess we're about to find out. We are going to 22 left. And he is coming my way. So I'm going to give him room. He won't roll over me, but he'll just stop. So I'll get out of his way. Now this could be a problem because, okay, so runway 22 left, Traffic Global could be using it at the opposite end. I guess we're about to find out. Okay. That's where they don't talk to my ATC. Okay. Parking brake is on. Okay. RTO is active. Flaps are set to 5. Chronometers are reset. Brian, would you get our takeoff clearance, please?
Requesting takeoff clearance now.
Chicago Tower, Delta 326, holding short of runway 22 left, ready to depart.
Delta 326, Chicago Tower, runway 22 left, winds 200 at 5. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 22 left, runway heading, cleared for takeoff, Delta 326.
Alright, we're changing plans here. This is where Traffic Global is, either whether it's wrong or right, it is using they're not using runway 22 left, they're using the opposite end, and it is not practical for me to take off like this. So we're gonna get in the line, and we're gonna line up and wait and take off from the opposite end of the runway. Okay, so we're gonna have to make some changes on how we take off, and it's okay. We'll work through this. I've got to, as soon as we get stopped up here, we may be able to do it now. We're actually going to be taking off on runway 4 right for our departure. Right, so we're going to stop here. Alright, for departure, we're switching to 04 right. We don't have a departure SID, or we don't have a departure star. Okay. Welcome to rush hour. Hey, we may want to offer some complimentary something for all of this delay. We're lining up and waiting for runway 04 right.
Okay, Captain. I will prepare the announcement for the passengers regarding the complimentary snacks. Thank you for the update.
Delta 326, we're going to have to take off on runway 04 right. 22 left is not for departures, only 04 right. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, whoa! You got a bird strike there. Delta 326. I think that EasyJet flight that just arrived had a bird strike.
Delta 326, Roger. We'll check into that. Thank you for the information.
So once again, this is a Nimbus, KORD. This is Nimbus Chicago Airport. Wow. Looks good though. This so a lot of detail. The color is nice, and then the weather is XPlane, and cloud formations. Everything looked really good, really good. We have some light rain right now, but winds are calm, or kind of rather calm, about two knots.
From the cockpit, I'd like to welcome you on board. We're ready up front. Everybody's closed up outside. We're just waiting to get some of our performance numbers, and the clearance from air traffic control should be underway. It's our pleasure having you on board with us today. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Should be underway here shortly. Thanks for flying with Delta today.
Yeah, I picked the wrong airport to to take off from. Brakes are off. A rubberneck ahead. By the time we take off and the time we pull from the gate, I think we there's probably been 16 takeoffs before we get up there. Wow. you're in a hurry, forget it. We will need to reset our chronometers when we take off because we need that 10 minutes mark. You know, in Charlotte, when I used to be going home from around the Coliseum, I would come up 85, and the arrival runway went right over 85. It was aligned with it for a short distance, and I remember how crazy busy the skies looked. It looked like a freeway in the sky. And when I look at this, that's what I see. Okay, so for anybody that cares, I took off Traffic Global last night for an LAX flight that went from LAX to Phoenix, and it was so like ghost townish that it's kind of lost its immersiveness, and I decided it's worth an occasional crash on 12.3 to use it. It's worth it. Better get going. Guys are going to be mad at me behind me.
Departure, this is 06 Delta Kilo at 1,800 for 5,000.
One thing I don't know is how the AI judges if they can take off or not with so much traffic coming. If it's just an algorithm that tells it, hey, you've got a airplane 4 miles from you or whatever. I'm gonna assume it does that. Like, okay, so that one's landing. You've got an incoming flight. So the United flight right there, the AI, I guess just knows the distance and makes a decision and goes, but that's not because they're being told to by ATC. He's actually waiting for the incoming flight. That's pretty good.
1163, establish on ILS Bank Center. American 1163, Chicago Tower, roger, continue approach. American 1163. 3000, American 1163.
The Continental flight's not going. All right, 7 miles. 7 miles is the distance for the flight incoming. All right.
Southwest 15418, contact departure on 133.625. Contact departure 133.625.
Delta 326, did you get my traffic about departures? All departures at the current time are taking off on runway 04 right.
Delta 326, negative. Departures are from runway 22 left, winds 200 at 5. Fly runway heading.
Alright, we're going to ignore him because it's not going to understand. That is, I think, is that a 777? I think roughly by the time we're taking off, I think we were about number 18 in line. 18. And that doesn't include even the ones coming in. So, wow, probably maybe 30 flights come on this runway or leave before we take off. Wow. Landing lights on. Runway lights. Taxi lights all on. I noticed the watch list I'm watching here of who's here. The minute they see the line, I guess it goes from 4 to 5 to 1. Right. All right, we're finally close to taking off. We have been in lining up and wait here for 27 minutes. 27 minutes. And I guess this is typical Chicago on a Saturday evening, Chicago. Okay, there goes the next flight. So that flight's 10 nautical miles out.
Welcome to Chicago. Contact ground on 124.125. Over to ground 124.125. Thanks for the ATC. See you.
All right, we're resetting our chronometers. Okay, 8.4. So we're going. As soon as I make this turn and line up, I'm going into one, and we're taking off. Okay. And there, you got a taste of Chicago.
80 knots.
A lot of right rudder there. B1, rotate. I don't know what happened to my V speeds. Oh, I do. Yes, I do. Gear up.
326, contact departure on 133.625.
Switching to departure on 133.625, Delta 326. Chicago departure, Delta 326. Good evening, climbing to 2000. Delta 326, Chicago departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 240, turn right heading 190, vectors to CM Sky, then is filed.
And welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta
240.
Flight level 240, right turn heading 190, vectors to CM Sky, then is filed. Delta 326.
Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening in the economy cabin, it will be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies.
Alright, some things I've done wrong on this flight already.
Beer, wine, and spirits are available complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin.
When I switched to runway 04
Listing
right,
of available
I
beverages,
did go back into
as well
my
as
flight
refreshing
plan
items
and
can be found in
reload
the
my
menus in your seat pocket.
V-speeds.
Please be reminded that Delta accepts
I
only
did not
major
take
credit or
the
debit cards for onboard
discontinuity
purchases of
out of my
beverages and snacks.
flight plan, which
However, you can use
would
your
have
Delta SkyMiles American
helped me
Express
go
card
straight to CM Sky, so I had to go back and
50%
remove
earn
that.
miles on
So
all Delta purchases.
live and learn.
For your enjoyment, each
I
seat is
should have
equipped
done
with your own
that. I had
personal
plenty of time.
system.
I
On
only
it, you can
30 minutes.
view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you're using a headset, please let us know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
Captain, the announcement regarding the complimentary snacks has been prepared and will be made shortly. Dear guests, we have just reached a safe altitude, and I am pleased to inform you that the use of electronic devices is now allowed. The lavatories are available for your convenience, and cabin service will begin shortly.
Alright, all landing lights are off, and engines are set to off. Not continuous, but off. So we're good.
Cabin crew, all doors in flight and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard.
Delta 326, climb and maintain flight level 290.
Delighted to have you with us
Climb and
today
maintain
as
flight
we
level
embark
290, Delta 326.
Chicago to Atlanta. At the controls today, we have Captain Steve Cooper and First Officer Brian Son. Joining me in the cabin are my wonderful crew members, Maria, John, Lisa, and David. Now, let's talk about safety, shall we?
Alright, we're coming in on 08 left.
Oh, and after our meal service, I'll be coming around with some delightful items from the Delta shop. Now, I'll let Steve know that
Delta 326, climb and maintain flight level 360. Climb and maintain flight level 360, Delta 326. United 219, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Maintain 280, United 219.
United 219, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Climb maintain 320, United 219.
Okay, so we're coming in, we should be coming in at flaps 40 at 140 for our VREF, and ILS 08 left, and 095 is our course director heading. Clouds look beautiful, don't they? I mean, they really did a good job, Laminar, good job. Ooh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. And our winds and arrival. Is 3006. See if it'll give us our wins. No wind. Okay. All right. Fine. I'll check it later. We're VNAV and LNAV. VNAV's climbing us, and right, we're on course.
Delta 1544, contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
Heading 050, vectors for the ILS 270 center.
All right, we're on at 260 on a climb to 360. I haven't done my heading bug. Fix that. XPlane 12, Laminar 12.3 version, they've done some work, and the clouds look good. All right. All right, we're already 441 miles outside of Atlanta.
Crew speaking from Delta Airlines flight 326, cruising smoothly at altitude. We are currently en route from Chicago to Atlanta, covering a distance of 527 miles, with an estimated time of just over an hour and 24 minutes. Now, I know we had a bit of a delay, so to make your flight more enjoyable, we will be starting our snack and drink service shortly. You can look forward to our delicious complimentary biscuit cookies, or perhaps some goldfish crackers or almonds. And of course, we have Coca-Cola beverages and Starbucks coffee to keep you refreshed. Oh, and after our snack service, I'll be coming around with some delightful items from the Delta shop, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you for flying with us today, and we hope you have a wonderful experience on board.
Great. We have descent winds, and we're 329 miles from top of descent. So,
American 489, contact Chicago Tower on 128.15.
we're coming in on runway 08 left. And we'll do a 10-mile fixed ring and 4.5. We could do a 1.5. And we'll be going at 2 on the anti-skid. All right. 109.30 is our frequency. Okay.
Delta 326, contact Indianapolis Center on 134.175.
Yeah.
Switching to Indianapolis Center on 134.175, Delta 326. Indianapolis Center, Delta 326, good evening, maintaining flight level 360. Indianapolis Center, Delta 326, good evening, maintaining flight level 360.
Delta 326, Indianapolis Center, good evening.
okay, we do. We'll have some weather probably for the next 100 or so miles. Be in some weather. Delta 326 requesting clearance to divert or to change heading to 220 to avoid some weather.
Delta 326, cleared heading 220 to avoid weather. Climb and maintain current altitude.
Heading 220 to avoid weather, maintaining current altitude, Delta 326.
Indianapolis Center, good evening, United 219, flight level 357, climbing 370.
United 219, Indianapolis Center, good evening.
Alright, I think that's just about right. That should help us to avoid the cloud head there and to go around this some of this cloud cover. So there's some red activity in that cloud cover there, so I prefer to be on kind of on the other side of it, at least to the left or to the right, but I don't want to go through it. Once we clear this bit of weather, we will just resume our regular flight, our regular waypoints. Closer look at it. Yeah, that should be about right for us. So that really does take us a little bit away from this weather. May get a nip of it, but it's kind of under us at this point.
Hey, Captain Steve. First Officer Brian. Would you like anything to drink or a small snack? Don't worry, this time it's actually hot, I think.
I'll take a snack and coffee with half and half.
Okay, Captain Steve. I will bring you a snack and coffee with half and half right away.
So the goal is to still end up back at what will be our waypoint of PXV, so Papa X-Ray Victor, but we want to avoid that cloud cover. We don't want to get some of that red cloud cover. Brian, if you, not Brian, if you want to let the passengers know, we've had we'll probably have about a 10-minute delay as we try to avoid some very active clouds, and we're going around them, but it should not add more than 10 to 15 minutes to our total time in flight. Cutting down to 180 position.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your flight attendant, Mario Valentini, speaking. I wanted to take a moment to inform you that we are currently experiencing a slight delay of about 10 minutes as we navigate around some active clouds. But, don't worry. This should not add more than 10 to 15 minutes to our total flight time. Thank you for your understanding, and we appreciate your patience. Enjoy your complimentary Biscoff cookies or goldfish crackers while we sort this out.
Delta 326, we are now turning to a heading of 180, and we're maintaining the same altitude of 360, and as soon as we get past this cloud cover, we'll maintain our flight at Papa X-Ray Victor. We'll resume.
Delta 326, contact Kansas City Center on 135.05.
Contacting Kansas City Center on 135.05, Delta 326. Kansas City Center, Delta 326, good evening, maintaining flight level 360.
Delta 326, Kansas City Center, good evening.
Kansas City Center, Delta 326, evening, maintaining flight level 360.
Delta 326, we're maintaining our flight plan en route now to rejoin Papa X-Ray Victor. I think I made that very clear. That basically I was just trying to, I was getting clearance. I got clearance earlier from ATC to avoid some of the red sails and the clouds, and to go around a cloud cover in particular that we were about to fly right through, because it looked really brutal. So I think we missed them. the brunt of it. We missed the brunt of the bad clouds. Like right now, what I see in front of us, he says we might catch just the tip here of this cell. But I think we'll be okay. I think we should be okay. All right. Yeah, we should be. May regret going through this part of it, but this is like the tip end, and it looks like, according to the map, it's not. We should not be in any of the rough cells here. We should be kind of glazing past it. But I guess we will see. Yeah. Yeah, the more red activity we've gotten past. So as soon as we get through this cloud right here, we should be home free. Yeah, I couldn't avoid every cloud. Right. Wish I could. Yes, there's some wind in that cloud. You see the bounce there. And make sure everybody keeps their seatbelt on. We're going through some rough weather just for the moment. We missed most of it, but we got a little bit of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your flight attendant, Mario Valentini speaking. I just wanted to remind you to keep your seatbelts fastened, as we are experiencing some rough weather. We appreciate your understanding and cooperation. Thank you for flying with us today.
Yeah, wish I could have missed all of it, but I think we missed the brunt of it. I think we did, because I'm looking at our weather on the map now, and I'm not seeing the same issues. And in fact, we broke free. Yeah. Very good. Very good. And we're up about 14 miles from Papa X-Ray Victor waypoint, and then pretty much it's a straight shot from there. Let's go ahead and put our approach information in. So for 08 left, when we come in for approach, it looks like fairly straight shot. So we'll come off our last waypoint, and come down and hit the bizarre approach. Bizarre. and straight in. So basically all we're going to do is be making a left turn, and we should be on approach once we get to our approach point, and we are currently about 305 miles from the airport. So.
This is Papa Romeo, turn right heading 210, vector to the unknown, runway to approach.
Okay, we just lost engine 1. We just lost power on engine 1, shutting down engine 1.
Lieutenants, please prepare the cab for arrival.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to restow them at this time. Please check around your seating area and the seat pocket in front of you for any cups, glasses, or other articles you wish to discard. And kindly hand these items to the flight attendants as they make their way through the aisle. Thank you so much. We should be landing in approximately 15 to 20 minutes.
Alright, I'm having to hand fly at the moment. I'm trying to keep us leveled out. We've just lost engine 2, and in the process now of restarting the APU. Ron, we just lost engine 1, and we're trying to restart now. And we are just trying to keep level.
Understood, Steve. I'll inform ATC about our situation.
Brian, we're currently on one engine. We have not been able to get the other engine restarted yet. We're still working on it.
I'll notify ATC about our situation.
Kansas City Center, Delta 326, engine 1 has failed and we're working on a restart. Holding altitude and heading at the moment.
Delta 326, roger, maintain current altitude and heading. Advise if you need any assistance or altitude change.
Maintaining current altitude and heading. We'll advise if assistance or altitude change is needed. Delta 326.
Delta 326, contact Indianapolis Center on 127.025.
Switching to Indianapolis Center on 127.025, Delta 326. Indianapolis Center, Delta 326, good evening, climbing to flight level 330 en route to flight level 360.
Brian, we still have not been able to get engine
Delta 326,
restarted.
Indianapolis Center, please expedite your climb to flight level 360.
I've informed ATC about our engine situation, Steve.
Delta 326, we're operating on a single engine, unable to restart engine 1, holding current altitude and heading. Expediting climb to flight level 360, Delta 326.
Delta 326, we are not going to be able to climb. We are trying to maintain what we have right now at 320, one engine on one engine.
Delta 326, roger, maintain flight level 320. Advise if you need any further assistance.
Maintaining flight level 320, Delta 326.
can't get a restart. We cannot get it to restart. I'm trying to maintain a little bit of front pressure on the yoke to keep our speed up, but we can't maintain any speed. We're on. I think we already set for. Yeah, fine. We're Brian, we're going to need to declare pan, and I think we can still come in on our same runway because it's the easiest way to get in, but we need to declare pan. We're going to need priority.
I'll declare the pan and request priority handling.
Pan, Delta 326 experiencing engine 1 failure, requesting priority landing at Atlanta.
Delta 326, roger, pan, acknowledged, cleared, direct Atlanta, descend and maintain 5,000 feet, expect ILS runway 8 left approach, advise when established on approach or if you need further assistance. Altimeter 29907.
Cleared, direct Atlanta, descend and maintain 5,000 feet, expect ILS runway 8 left approach. Altimeter 29907. Will advise when established or if further assistance is needed. Delta 326.
Delta 326, contact Memphis Center on 118.875.
Contacting Memphis Center on 118.875, Delta 326.
We are on one engine. We only have engine 2. We have shut down engine 1. We're getting priority approach into Atlanta, and we'll see if we can have a nice safe landing. Just tell everyone to stay seatbelted.
Okay, Captain Steve. I will let the passengers know to keep their seatbelts fastened.
Memphis Center, Delta
and to stay
326,
safe.
evening,
Thank
maintaining
you for
flight
the
level
update.
310.
Delta 326, Memphis Center, good evening.
We're also leaving our APU on. I'm not turning it off. Don't feel comfortable turning it off.
Delta 326, Memphis Center. Expect the Chipper 1 arrival. Descent coming up in about 20 minutes.
Chipper 1 arrival expected. Descent in about 20 minutes. Delta 326.
Delta 326, we're already on a pan situation, and we're on descending to 5050 right now. We are coming in to runway 08 left, and we only have engine 2.
Delta 326, cleared Chipper 1 arrival into Atlanta. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend and maintain flight level 200.
Cleared Chipper 1 arrival into Atlanta. Descend and maintain flight level 200 when ready. Delta 326.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your flight attendant, Mario Valentini.
Alright, I'm ready to try it again.
We have left our cruising altitude and are now beginning
packs
our
off.
approach to Atlanta. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. For your safety, the use of lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your cooperation.
Alright, I have opened the valve because we are not using engine 2. This is going to continue to create an issue. Because we're going to continue to deplete one side, and so how we're compensating for that is to open up the valve and allow the fuel to flow. I'm also going to cut off the fuel pumps on the left side. And I think I'm not going to do that yet. And we're also going to, I'm going to introduce into this scenario someone who I need that might be able to help us on the intercom. And that's on channel 2. We're going to put my mentor, Millie Skybound. Millie, we have lost engine 1, and we're only on engine 2 now. Auto throttle is off, and we've tried to restart engine 1. It will not restart. It always stops at 25. And do you have any input you would like to give me? And also, do I need to turn the pumps off on the left side or leave them on? I've also opened up the cross feed valve between the engines because the fuel tanks, because I know it's going to get out of balance because I'm only using engine 2.
It's great that you've opened the crossfeed valve. That will help balance the fuel. Keep the fuel pumps on for the left side to ensure you have access to any remaining fuel. Monitor your fuel levels closely, and if you need to make any adjustments, do so gradually. Remember to maintain your airspeed and descent rate as you prepare for landing. You've got this.
I know I heard the overspeed. I guess I'd rather have overspeed than underspeed. Millie, do I need to leave the fuel pumps on the left tank?
It's generally a good practice to keep the fuel pumps on for the tank you're using, especially during critical phases like descent and approach. This ensures proper fuel flow and helps prevent any fuel starvation issues. Just make sure to follow the aircraft's operating procedures for your specific model.
I'm having to really kind of adjust the throttle back and forth to maintain the speed without auto throttle available. I don't want to go much more below 260.
Flight level 190, descending 100. American 157, Nimbus Center, good evening.
we're gonna play this out though. I'm gonna take it all the way down. So we're 170 miles outside of Atlanta. We're coming down runway 08 left. We have no engine one, and we're trying our best to soft pedal it. I really don't know what else we can do. We're also, I'm leaving the APU on. Melly, I am leaving. I've started the APU and I've left the APU on when we lost the engine. I figured that was good practice.
That's a smart move. Keeping the APU running can provide you with essential electrical power and bleed air for starting the remaining engine if needed. Just remember to monitor your fuel consumption and system status closely during this situation. You're doing great.
Okay. We're at 18, almost 18,000.
Jet 386, climb and maintain flight level 450.
Climb, maintain flight level 450, exec jet 386.
We're inching it down here. We're at 19,000. I think my biggest attention is watching that throttle and kind of feathering the throttle back and forth. Also, the fact that we're on one engine on the right side only, that means I'm going to have a little bit of a, I'll have to really watch the pedals when I get down as we get closer. Delta 326, can you go ahead and clear us direct to Bazaar so that we can go ahead and be going directly to our final approach?
Delta 326, cleared direct Bazaar. Continue approach as filed.
Cleared direct Bazaar. Continuing approach as filed. Delta 326.
What I did was I went in and streamlined. We're currently on our regular approach, but I went ahead and said just go ahead and let us go straight to Bazaar. That way we can go ahead and be descending and lining up for the runway, and kind of a little bit more, and kind of feel it's safer for us.
397 at flight level 190. Climb to flight level 270.
Rainbird 397, Memphis Center, good evening. Rainbird
What's wrong? Gosh, we're still quite a distance out. Try one more. We're gonna try to restart on the engine one more time. I'm gonna turn the packs off.
American 2606 with you, climbing flight level 20430. American 2606, Memphis Center, good evening. Delta 326, contact Chattanooga approach on 119.2.
Contacting Chattanooga approach on 119.2, Delta 326. Chattanooga approach, Delta 326, good evening. We're descending to 12,000.
Delta 326, Chattanooga approach, good evening, Atlanta, altimeter 3006. Expect the ILS runway 8 left approach into Atlanta.
Altimeter 3006, expecting ILS runway 8 left approach, Delta 326.
Alright, so any attempts to get engine 1 back on have failed. We're going to the 1 engine. Delta 326, we have attempted to restart engine 1. Everything has failed, and we will be coming in on engine 2 alone on runway 08 left.
Delta 326, roger, continue approach runway 08 left. Advise when established on final.
We'll advise when we're established on final, Delta 326.
Delta 326, roger, advise when established on final.
I am increasing our to 3 for our anti-skid because of the kind of approach this will be. Millie, what I've done so far is we're going to use an anti-skid setting of 3 since we are only going to be coming in on engine 2. We cannot get engine 1 restarted. We've tried.
Using an anti-skid setting of 3 is a smart choice, especially with only one engine operational. Make sure to monitor your approach speed closely, as you may need to adjust for the reduced power. Remember, maintaining a stable descent rate is key to a smooth landing. You've got this.
I still don't completely understand what happened with engine 1, or why it shut down. It does look like our fuel levels have equaled out. It does look like keeping the cross-feed valve on has even the fuel flow out to where both tanks have about the same amount of fuel.
That's great to hear. Keeping the crossfeed valve open can help balance the fuel, especially in single-engine operations. Just remember to monitor the fuel levels closely and be prepared for any adjustments if needed. You're doing well.
Delta 326, speed 250 knots.
Delta 326, unable. We're doing the best we can. We're on one engine right now. I'm trying to keep our speed as steady as I can.
Delta 326, roger, maintain best speed you can. Advise if you need anything else.
Maintaining best speed. We'll advise if anything else is needed. Delta 326.
Also, we have to remember we can't come in with reversers. Millie, confirm for me, we cannot use reversers.
That's correct. We cannot use the thrust reversers with only one engine operational. Make sure to plan for a longer landing roll and adjust your approach accordingly.
20, we have the airfield in sight. 74 Charlie Whiskey, Chattanooga approach, contact Atlanta Center on 124.5. No can do, we have the airfield in sight at Rome.
1,000 to go. I am not using any flaps yet. We're almost to our maintaining altitude of 5,000. I am not deploying any flaps. I'm trying to keep the speed around 240 right now.
That's a good plan to maintain your speed while managing your descent. Just remember, as you get closer to the airport, you'll want to start configuring the aircraft for landing. Keep an eye on your approach speed and be ready to deploy flaps as needed for stability. You're doing great.
Alright, we still should be able to use ILS on the approach, but I've just got to really pay attention to throttle and speed. I have no auto throttle, and plus going closer into the approach, I wouldn't have it on anyway. But
Delaware 9220, turn left heading 220.
yeah, right. So we're 70. Have to be vigilant about the engine speeds because we're at not losing any more altitude. We're at steady 5,000, and check as we get into Bazaar. We're going to be at 4,000. Hoping we can find a way to keep our speed up enough, but we've got to be careful about going flaps too early with one engine, bleeding off too much speed too soon and turning into a paperweight. We don't want to do that. Okay. So we're still at around 240. Okay. those fixed rings are going to really come into play for us to sure we're where we're supposed to be. Millie, is there anything inhibited on ILS approach for us with one engine? We should be able to still capture the localizer.
Yes, with one engine out, you can still capture the localizer on the ILS approach. However, be mindful of your bank angle and maintain a stable approach speed. Ensure you're configured properly for landing and monitor your vertical speed closely. It's crucial to keep the aircraft balanced, especially on final approach.
Right, we're 58 miles from final. We couldn't get engine 1 started back. Closely monitoring our speed. I didn't mean to do that.
Delta 326, contact Atlanta approach on 121.0.
Switching to Atlanta approach on 121.0, Delta 326. Atlanta approach, Delta 326, good evening, maintaining 5,000 feet. Atlanta approach, Delta 326, evening, maintaining 5,000 feet.
Delta 326, Atlanta approach, good evening, Atlanta altimeter 3003.
Altimeter 3003, Delta 326.
Alright, we're about 234 knots. 5,000 feet. We're about 050. 49 miles from final. We are going to be dropping another 1,000 feet here in a moment, and to get down to 4,000 we need to be at 4,000 when we get to Bazaar. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. Delta 326 requesting clearance to descend to 4,000 for our approach when we get for Bazaar.
Delta 326, cleared to descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Advise when reaching Bazaar.
Cleared to descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Will advise when reaching Bazaar. Delta 326.
41 miles, 40 miles
That's
to go. Final approach. Engine.
Delta 326,
on engine.
maintain current heading 145 vectors for the ILS runway 8 left approach.
Maintaining heading 145 for vectors to ILS runway 8 left approach. Delta 326.
Delta 326, speed below 250 knots.
Alright, we're cutting back the throttle just a little bit, but we're at about a speed at we're at about 265 knots now, but we'll see if we can get down to about 235 knots. When we get to 240, I'm going to go to
Delta
flaps 1.
326, proceed direct Bazaar. Cleared for the ILS runway 8 left approach.
Proceeding direct Bazaar. Cleared for the ILS runway 8 left approach. Delta 326.
Okay, we've gone to flaps 1, watching and monitoring speed very closely. We're at flaps 5, We're 25 miles out. We're trying to maintain at 4,000 feet. Air altitude is set correctly. About 1,000 feet, 1,050 actually.
Then approach 2399, single whiskey is 6,000. Good afternoon, Carrollton 30.03. 29 Tango Whiskey, good evening, altimeter 30.03, set.
Alright, we're 23 miles out. We're currently at flaps 5. We're at flaps 10. Flaps are set at 15 now. Flaps 15. The approach is activated. What's happening? Make it. Go on it. We're not gonna make it. We are going to crash out. Ended up. What's gonna about to happen is I ended up stalling, and so this is not gonna end well. We'll go back and watch this, what led to it, or I'll go back and study it, but I think the biggest thing was back to trying to keep the right speed and flaps. I went a little crazy with flaps, and so that led us to a bad position. So yeah, so I came in with one engine. I getting near approach, I went to flaps 10, and then I went to 15. But I continued to lose. Like even when I had a full throttle, I couldn't keep my speed up. So anyway, live and learn. I'll see y'all on the next flight, but just for giggles, we can go watch it at my expense here. Let's see. So I'm going to go back to replay. Okay, so we have some flaps even right now, but there came a point where I was not paying attention to my throttle too closely, or I was trying to feather it a little bit too much. Not trying to do like extremes, but in doing so, I took the plane down to like 133, 132, and kind of put us in a difficult position to see how it turns out here. Okay, so everything's still okay here. But I'm bleeding off speed right now. I think this is where the plane is actually turning, and I thought at first it was turning for final. It was making its turn to kind of drift over to final to bizarre, but it wasn't. What was happening was it was drifting because it was losing momentum, and this is where things kind of went south. By then I'm just struggling to see if I can get the nose back up. But I can't bring it up too high because I'm already stalled. Okay, speed starts coming back. I'm exceeding critical angle there, and keeping my nose down because I'm going to stall. And eventually I do. Eventually it does. I can't keep the nose down enough to keep the nose up or down. So this is it. Bam. And so, okay, so what initially the problem I had was I lost engine 1, and I thought it was going to be, it should not have been a problem, and I think just a lot of inexperience there on approach. I started feathering my throttle a little bit too much and lost too much speed, exceeded my critical angle, and then the next thing I know I was fighting for stall, so I was too slow. I should have come in faster on approach, and I should have left my speed up longer because I have no room for margin for error. So in turn what I did was I ended up stalling it and got it to the place, eventually got it to where it was just completely unrecoverable. Live and learn, man. Alright, I'll see y'all on the next one, hopefully where we land at Atlanta the next time. Okay, alright, man, y'all have a good night.